The experience and the sights and the sounds and the smells were absolutely, words cannot describe. And I can't describe it either. It was absolutely horrendous. I mean, I've been, and we've all been fighting for months through Germany and used to seeing casualties and people being killed and maimed, but never as anything, we'd ever seen anything like this. There were thousands of dead bodies lying about. Actually, it turned out about 10,000 dead bodies lying there. When we got there, there were said to be 60,000 people in the camp, of which 10,000 were dead, and they in fact were dying at 500 a day. And the disease, the emaciation and the horrors that were there, absolutely indescribable. There were children there too. And I can still remember it till this day, and you can never forget it. But as I say, it was something that none of us had ever seen before or knew how to cope with either, which is the other point. Next question was what the hell to do, you know, in this situation. Thousands of starving, ill, dying people, what do you do? I mean, we were the British Army, we were there to sort of fight the war, and that's what we were pretty good at, but this situation was something which completely shook us. However, we had to cope as best we did, and best we could, and we did. It took 3 weeks to get everybody out of that camp because there were thousands of people there, as I said, nearly all of them ill, and many couldn't walk. It was a major operation to try and deal with it. Eventually, after about three to 4 weeks, when we got everybody out of the old concentration camp, it was so rotten and diseased, there was no question of resuscitating it. It was wooden huts anyway, and the decision was made to burn the whole thing to the ground to try and get rid of the disease. And that's actually what happened, yes. The final ceremony was burning the last hut down. There was a war crimes trial, the first war crimes trial of the Second World War at Lüneburg, and about 40 of the guards who had been arrested were put on trial there, and the result was 10 of them were hanged, and the rest got prison sentences. One or two got off. Yes, I had to give evidence there. My evidence was that in fact there was large food supplies very close to the concentration camp, and if the Germans wanted, they could have fed those people, but they didn't, or they chose not to. Anyway, they didn't. The food was there, and my evidence was that they could have saved those people if they wanted to.